Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. So guys, in today's video we are going to see the registrations of Elevate Wings 1 May assessment 2023. How can you register for this May assessment and what all are the things that you need to know, and also at the end of this video we are going to take up all the common questions that we had on our previous registrations video, and so that you will get all the doubts cleared, and the common doubts which are usually being asked, I am going to talk about them too. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also if you have not checked the previous videos that I have uploaded related to Wings 1, make sure to check them too. There is a complete playlist on the channel for this purpose, make sure to check that. So let's start reading the registration form. First of all, this is the survey basically that you need to fill in order to be eligible or in order to attempt your May exams for Wings 1. First of all, it is mentioned that, dear associate, hope you are prepared and geared up for the upcoming Wings 1 May assessment. Please take up this mandatory registration survey to register your track preference for the May 2023 assessment. Seats are limited this time. Register at the earliest and grab your seats. Hurry up, please take up the survey at the earliest and secure your seat before the seats run out. So they have clearly mentioned that seats are limited this time, but still they have mentioned the last date as 30th of April. So 90% chances are there that you can register up until the last date. Learning completion date is also mentioned as 30th of April by 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Now, what is this learning completion date? So suppose if you have to attempt for exam, there is this prerequisite that you need to complete some of the learning courses for that exam. So this is the last date for that. Suppose if you have to attempt business skill 2 exam, and so for that the prerequisite is that you have to complete the courses of business skill 2. So that in order to complete those courses, the learning completion last date is 30th of April. Okay, so there is an alternative way for that. Just in case if you do not have much time to complete these courses, what you can do is you can self-declare the competencies for these courses. Apart from that, the unit elective external certification closure date is 1st of May, and that is also 5 p.m., which means that you can only upload your certifications by up until this date. So external certification will be considered only when it comes from your unit TD. Acquired date as per the learning cutoff date will only be considered. You need to complete the learning prerequisites in iEvolve for the tracks that you register in the survey. So as I mentioned that for attending the exam, the prerequisite is either you have to do the courses which is called as learning, okay, and the other option that you have is direct self-declaration of the competencies. So you can directly go to iEvolve and you can self-declare the competencies. In that case, you do not have to attempt or you do not have to do the complete course for that exam. For details on the learning prerequisites to be complete in iEvolve, please refer this link. So let's have a look at this link also. So this link is basically the IDs are given for the courses, and you have to check these IDs. So for example, if you have to attempt business skill 2, right, so you don't have time for doing the entire course for business skills 2 and attend the assessment or anything that is available in that course. So what you can do is you can directly go to iEvolve and self-declare the competencies, that is the L1 competency for these 3 course IDs that are mentioned, and then you will be eligible for attending the Basic Skill 2 exam. Similar is the case with all the other exams. Let's move ahead and read the further. You will be eligible to appear for the proctored assessment upon completing the learning prerequisites in iEvolve on or before 30th of April, providing you have a high work performance, that is a high work band. Okay, so this is the most important and the most saddest thing for all the associates, because they have given some like criteria. You are only eligible for sitting in the exams just if you have appraisal band A or B. So just in case if you have got the band as C or D, you are not eligible for it. Okay, now the anniversary rating 4 or 5, if you are not eligible for anniversary band, so there might be many candidates who have not completed yet 2 years in the company and they might have not get the band yet. So just in case if you have not get the band and you only have the band rating in your first years, so in that case, if you do not have the band and you only have the rating, then you will be judged based on your rating. So you should have the rating 4 or 5, then only you are eligible for the exams. And for all the freshers who has just recently joined the company like 1 or 2 months or few months ago, then who do not even have the appraisal band or the appraisal anniversary rating, they do not have anything, so for them only the learning completion will be considered. Now what is meant by learning completion? Again, as I mentioned, learning completion means that you have to attempt the courses, or if you do not have time, you have to self declare the competencies. So for all those freshers, this case will be considered. That is the third point. Now let's move ahead. Important points. TCS Wings 1 May 2020 assessment will be in-person assessment, so you have to reach to your debut locations. In case you are reporting to a different location other than the debut location, please get in touch with your supervisor and get your debut location changed in the system. TCS ID card is mandatory, so just in case if you do not have the ID card, please get it generated. So it is just a simple one-day work. Let me know if you do not know how to get your ID card printed. I will create a separate video for it. Okay, so the third point is all the hands-on based assessment will take place at TCS office, and all the MCQ assessments would happen in the TCS Ion centers. Okay, so now what does this mean? So some of the exams like core programming tech, in that you are required to write the codes, right? So all those kinds of hands-on assessment will be at your TCS office, and some of the exams like BizScale 2 and other exams are based on MCQs, right? So such kinds of exam will happen at TCS Ion centers. So this is the like a major change that they have done this time. Next is for the assessment happening in TCS offices, associates having TCS laptop needs to carry their laptops, and if you do not have TCS laptop, then you will be provided with the laptop at the center itself. Next is for the assessment happening in TCS Ion centers, system will be provided for all the associates. Even though if you have the system, you will not be allowed to take that in the center. Because there are only a limited number of seats available, please only register if you intend to take Wings 1 exam, otherwise it will be a disadvantage for the associate who do not want to take the assessment. In the registration survey, please choose any one track out of T7 and T9. Okay, so now we are going to see the registration form also in some time, so I will explain you this point, what is meant by T7 and T9. Please note that you will be allowed to take up only 2 core full stack tracks and any 1 business skill tracks and any 1 core programming track as per the business rules for achieving the milestone. I am going to explain this in a minute. Please check your previous cycle results and do not register for the tracks that you have already scored a distinction. So this is the most important point. So just in case, let's take up an example. So there is an associate A who has given this November assessment also for Wings, and he already has cleared the step 1, and in the step 1 he gave DCA Python and he cleared it in the November assessment. Now while giving this cycle, that is the May assessment, he should not attempt this same DCA Python because he have already cleared it in the step 1. So he should only take any other assessment apart from DCA Python. Okay, so you cannot take the same that you have already cleared in the previous cycle. I hope it is cleared now. Please fill the Innovator Coding Challenge track preference only if the prerequisites to take up the challenge are met. So this is for Innovator profile, for the candidates who are going to appear for Innovator profile. So this is not for the basic digital, like the candidates who are willing to appear for digital profile. Let's move ahead. Please take this time to check your response once before you submit the survey. Please go through the SOP. So this is the link for the SOP wherein you will get all the documentation of this like Wings 1. So let's now look at the assessment. So first question is, do you wish to take up the Wings 1 assessment 2023 assessment? So you have to select yes only. There is no way that you can select no. So if you select no, you are directly saying that I am not interested in attempting this exam. So you always have to say yes for this answer. Next is, do you have a TCS ID card with you? So even if you don't have at this point of time, make sure that you select yes for this answer, because anyhow you have to get it generated in the coming days. Okay. Do you have a TCS laptop with you? So just in case if you have it, make sure to select yes, otherwise you can select no. Now the next is, please select the first core full stack track you would like to appear for. So you have to select any of the tracks apart from T1 to T9. Now there was one point related to T7 and T9. So just in case if you are selecting T7 in the first full stack track, then you cannot select T9 in the second. You have to select any other apart from T9. Okay. So just in case if you are selecting T3 in the first one, you can select any other from the remaining ones. So you have to select first like the one from first core full stack track, and similarly you have to select second core full stack track. Now I am getting many comments like, I don't have interest in attempting the core full stack track. I am like preparing via the core programming track method. So should I appear like, should I fill any track in the survey or not? So my suggestion is there is no harm in filling or like attempting the core full stack track also, because the chances will, like the probability will be a little bit higher, because just in case if you could not like clear that, there you might have the option for this also. So there is no harm, but it's totally dependent on you. If you want to appear for the exam for this one, you can, otherwise you can totally skip these two. Okay, next is the non-tech track, that is the biz skill track. So in biz skill you can only attempt for any one track, either 1 or 2. So suppose if you are selecting 2, you cannot attempt for business skill track 1 and vice versa. Next is please select any other non-tech track that you would like to appear for. So along with business skill 2, so business skill 2 is also a non-tech track. So along with that we have 2 more tracks that are non-tech, which is articulation and process. So suppose if you are attempting for business skill track 2, you can even attempt for articulation and process simultaneously. Okay, so this is the important catch over here. So it is totally upon you. Just in case if you do not want to go for it and you are very confident that you can clear it just by like giving business skill track 2 only, then you can just attempt this, and in this option you cannot you don't have to select anything. And if you want to appear for all the 3, you can appear for that. Okay, now in the core programming track you have to select one language according to you. So you can select either Python, Java, or any of the like SAP, ABAP, Angular, anything according to you, and you can attempt for it. Now the pattern for this is you will get 15 MCQs and 1 coding question, so you have to do that. Now the last one is, this is for again that innovator profile, so you don't have to attempt anything. So major catch is, once you submit the form, are you able to edit it or not? So once you can see the button over here, edit the assessment, so you can clearly edit it once, even though you have submitted it. Okay, so I'm not going to submit it again, already it is submitted. So yes, once you submit it once, you have the option of submitting it again. So edit option is always available. Let's now look at some of the common comments, and just in case if you have more comments, let me know in the comment section of this video. And if you want a live session to happen, let me know that too. I am going to bring a live session for all of you guys also. So the first question is, I don't have any basic idea of programming language, but I have the knowledge of cloud. I also completed 65% Google Cloud certification. So what should I choose that I can pass this exam? So the best option is that you can appear for the certification, and in the second you can go for in the second step you can go for non-tech track, but make sure that your certification is, that you acquire the certificate and your certification is approved in the iEvolve by CVO, and it is reflecting in your Wings1 dashboards before the exam happens. Okay, otherwise if you have not acquired the certification and it is not approved before the exam, then you should also appear for the step 1, like any exam according to your choice. Next is, I have cleared the step 1 Python with 85%. So if I go for external certification like GCP, will it be considered for Wings1? Yes, it is definitely. So if your step 1 is completed with DCA Python, you can attempt for certification in the second step. So I'm having 4+ rating, but band is B, but recently got the release from project, but I am under this unit. If I do the external certification, will my unit TD will approve it for Wings1 or not, as I am unallocated now? So you have to first of all ask for the unit TD that I am going to attempt for this certification, or I am already having the certification, whether I am eligible for it or not. It is not like you are unallocated. So even though if you are unallocated, you are still under that unit, right? So your unit TD can clearly guide you whether your certification is eligible for that unit or not. So you have to ask them. If they say yes, then you can upload it in iEvolve and get it approved. So in March completed 1 year and band is C, but the appraisal rating was 4. Am I eligible or not? So like we have just read the survey now, they have clearly mentioned that first criteria will be given to band only. So if your band is A or B, then only you are eligible. So in your case band is C, even though if you get the 5 rating also after getting band, you will not be considered. Okay, so your band is C, therefore you are not eligible. How to check the unit TD? So I have already explained this in the previous videos. Make sure to check these videos where I have explained like how to connect with your unit TD and what is the path for this. Okay, let's move ahead. So I have joined TCS on 30th of December, now completed 1 year and gave me 4 IPF and band is C. So will I eligible? So this is the same question. You are not eligible since the band is C. So guys, there is also one option that you can like reject, or you do not have to accept your band. So there is a disagreement option in the speed portal. Just in case if you think that you do not deserve this band, you can disagree the band and it will go for the approval to the seniors. So you can go via that way also. So let's see if there are some more different questions. If you have external certification and already uploaded in iVolve and approved by CVO, then how to register for this Wings? Which option need to select? So for certification, if it is already approved, then you just have to go to the Wings dashboard and check whether your step 1 is cleared. So if your step 1 is cleared, then you do not have to select anything related to step 1. You just have to appear for step 2, and you just only have to select for any exam according to your choice. Either it could be any full stack track or non-technical track like base scale or articulation or process, or you can appear for like DCA, Python or any other language. Okay, so for certification you don't have to select anything in the survey. So I have completed more than 1 year. I don't have any project on allocation. Will I be eligible for this Wings 1 assessment? Okay, so first of all, you need to check whether you are in others 1 parent unit or not. So if you are in others 1 parent, then you are not eligible for the certification, but you are still eligible for the Wings 1. Also, you have to take care of your ratings and bands. Okay, so if your rating is like 4 or 5 and your band is A or B, then you are eligible for it. So just normal procedure. So there is no such criteria that the unallocated people are not eligible. Unallocated people are also eligible. They are just having the same criteria, like they should have either A or B band, or if they do not have the band, they should have 4 or 5 rating. So I guess these are the most important questions now. So MCQ exams at TCS Ion Center at deputy location or Ion Centers at all location. So mostly, like if your location is some like TCS Mumbai, then you will get the Ion Center of Mumbai location itself. Okay, so now the next question is join TCS in November 2022 in C1 grade. I am eligible or not? So yes, you are eligible. So with this, we have come to an end of this video, and I guess all the major doubts are covered. If you have more such doubts or any different doubt that we have not covered in this video, let me know in the comment section and I will clear it for you. Just in case, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so. Thanks for watching the video.